All right, y'all. So now that I know that y'all do hear me clearly, because I had to end the last live, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So, if you're not familiar with me, my name is Sky LJ, and I'm bringing Kim 105 messages. Um, just some regular stuff that people need to know, so that when you hear certain words come out in the news, when you hear certain words being spoke about by officials or just period, you can have an idea of what these words and phrases mean. And today we are going to focus on the COVID variants and their names. So, the first thing, and this is going to be a continual research. Not only that, but I employ you to do your own research. I am not the end all be all. I am just bringing a message so that you can be informed and inspired to go and get your own information, or at least you'll know something new about what is going on and what they're speaking about when they say delta, when they say alpha, when they say beta, when they say gamma. All right. And then there's also some other variants that are kind of like pending or whatever. And basically, what they're doing is they're using the Greek alphabet letters. So you got, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, iota, lambda, kappa, and eta. All right. So those are the ones right now that are in the forefront. But the main ones we're going to focus on today are going to be alpha, beta. Let me pull this up. Alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. All right. So my main goal here is to bring awareness to the names of the COVID-19 variants and how this will play a major role in our everyday activity. Because again, these variants and their names are actually brainwave frequencies. All right, they're brainwave frequencies. So if we're talking about our health, especially mental health, like we just came out of a month where everything was about mental health. But mental health is like every day, okay? And the more intense things get in the world, the more mental health is going to become imperative. It's imperative now, but a lot of people are going to be forced to start paying attention to their mental health because, first of all, we are going into higher vibrations with the earth. I mean, the earth is literally vibrating higher every day, and whatever it doesn't need, it's going to vibrate off the planet. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to shake off because it's no longer serving it's a purpose, and and the higher you go up, the lighter you want to be. All right, yeah, the higher you go up, the lighter you want to be. So I know it was, but anyway, um, so like I said, the variants are reflecting brainwave frequencies, and because there are a lot of people out here who are trying to figure out why they're having so many thoughts, why they're having so many, um, just like a bombarding of chatter in their mind, which is why meditation is going to play a major role with people trusting the peace. All right, that's the song for today. I'm not going to sing it for y'all, but that's the song that came to me while I was driving back home. Um, I had a very powerful day today. I went swimming in the river at the Etowah Mounds in Georgia. And when I tell you, it felt so good. Like, it felt unbelievably good. Like, I was being carried away. Like, the tide or the wave, it wasn't stagnant at all. Like, it was a very steady flow of water. But anyway, I just want to give a shout out to Zakia, Eshe, and Q for putting on a great event today. Um, very powerful because we also are in the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. But, anyway, at the end of the day, today is definitely an activation for us to evolve. And with that being said, let's get further into these variants. Now, the thing is with me, I'm not about to go all the way into COVID and the variants. And, you know, I will add, this is just part one. So this is the intro so you can know what these words mean. All right. But in no way am I going to go further. I might go into symptoms. It really just depends. Um, but for right now, we're just going to focus on the names and go from there. I think my AC just kicked on, so hopefully y'all can still hear me. I'm not going to start this back over. All right. So, anyway, yeah, let's get into it. So, again, the letters of the Greek alphabet that are being used for the COVID-19 variants are alpha, beta, gamma, and delta. Okay? So, with that being said, um, one major reason why I wanted to do this is because telepathy, all right? Telepathy is about to become, it's already been major, but the more sensitive you are, or empathic, or whatever you want to call yourself once you start learning, anything, the more subjective you can become to other people's thoughts, other people's energies, and just a number of frequencies. You know, it's just like turning on the radio and you dialing, right? You're dialing and you're trying to find that frequency that resonates with you, that you want to be on, that vibration you want to be on, because you don't want to be all over the place. Like, you know, so it's going to get to a point where you might be hearing something and you heard it. You might even hear somebody call your name that you can't see. You know what I'm saying? Because you're realizing that you have some type of abilities. But that's another story too. The main thing is these brainwave frequencies are going to be important, and eventually, you can do your own research before I even get there to that phase of the video, um, where you can find out for yourself how to protect your mind. There are certain crystals and certain protections that you can do for yourself. Because if you believe in angels or you believe in God or the Most High or whoever is there for your guardianship or however you protect yourself, even if it's with a gun, whatever the case may be, a bow and arrow, like whatever. The whole thing is um, you have to have some form of protection. So it's a lot of great crystals and stones out there for that. You can do some research on that. And then I'm also going to bring information too in another video. But right now, we're going to focus on um, the names and what they mean. All right. So let's get into these frequencies. Now, of course, also, I'm sure on YouTube, like if you're a YouTuber and you really be on here searching for stuff, then I'm sure you've seen the relaxation videos or the calming videos or the ocean videos where people are actually like uploading 8-hour videos for you to be in a delta frequency or a alpha frequency or beta frequency or a gamma frequency, right? Because each one does something different for the brain. And that's what I'm about to go ahead and introduce. So, hopefully, y'all will still see me as I go into this other screen. I might be able to uh, have it up on another side. Hold on. Let's see, is this the one that I had? All right, cool. Hold on. My bad. All right, y'all. So, No glasses today. I don't know if y'all used to seeing me, but usually I have on glasses. But I'm trying to get back used to just being in my natural self. So anyway, to start this off, right? Brain frequencies. So we're gonna start with delta, right? Delta brain frequency. So the delta brainwave frequency is the lowest frequency, all right? And it really occurs more when you're in a deep sleep, like to the point where your body can restore itself, where it can restore it, like where it can build up your immune system, where the body can heal itself, right? Um, but there also are some other effects as well, dealing like if you have abnormal processes. So they say that the dominant rhythm is in infants up to 1 year of age and is present in stages 3 and 4 of sleep. So it tends to be highest in amplitude and slowest waves, and the slowest waves. So they say that we increase delta waves in order to decrease our awareness of the physical world. So depending on like what you do, uh, there are a lot of different things that we do to tap out. You know, we don't really want to be bothered with the world. So usually when we do that and we really don't want to be aware, we really just want to kind of chill, relax, you know, and just really chill, then you're going to go to a delta brainwave frequency, okay? Um, we also access information in our unconscious mind through delta. So peak performers decrease delta waves when high focus and peak performance are required. All right. So, however, most individuals diagnosed with ADHD naturally increase rather than decrease delta activity when trying to focus. So it's the opposite, obviously. The inappropriate delta response often severely restricts the ability to focus and maintain attention. It is as if the brain is locked into a perpetual drowsy state. Another way to look at delta is to imagine you are driving in a car and you shift into first gear. You're not going to get anywhere fast. So delta would represent first gear. So again, if you're doing anything dealing with the delta wave frequency, then more than likely you are you're on a low frequency, you're on a low vibe, you're trying to chill, you're trying to restore your health. You might be getting a massage. I would recommend that if you're doing anything that deals with this brainwave frequency, that is something healing, something restorative, something calming. Like I said, you on a massage table. To who don't want to be at the lowest point and don't have to think about the physical world? When you get in a spa massage or your feet getting massaged or whatever the case may be, you tapping out, and that's pretty much what's going on. So anyway, um, let's move on to the next. We'll get more into it as we go. All right. But definitely deeply relaxed states. All right. So next is the theta brainwave. So theta activity has a frequency of 3.5 to 7.5 hertz. And let's go back up so I can tell you about delta. Delta is zero point 0.1 to 3.5 hertz. All right. Okay. So the theta frequency of 3.5 to 7.5 hertz is classed as slow activity. All right. And again, like I said, man, while I'm doing this research, y'all can do your own too and share it with someone as well. Or you can just share this video. Either way, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, do a thumbs up, leave a comment, whatever the case may be. You know how it goes. So it is seen in connections with creativity, intuition, daydreaming, and fantasizing, and is a repository for memories, emotions, sensations. Okay? Theta waves are strong during internal focus, meditation, prayer, spiritual awareness. All right. So again, there's meditation, right? So once I go through these brainwave frequencies, then I'm gonna tap back into COVID variants, right? And dealing with the mental, right? All right. And just pique your interest. So theta waves reflect the state between wakefulness and sleep and relates to the subconscious mind. All right. That's powerful right there. It is abnormal in awake adults, but it's perfectly normal in children up to 13 years old. It is also normal during sleep. Theta is believed to reflect activity from the limbic system and the hippocampal regions. Theta is observed in anxiety, behavioral activation, and behavioral inhibition. When the theta rhythm appears to function normally, uh, it mediates and or promotes adaptive, complex behaviors such as learning and memory. Under unusual emotional circumstances such as stress or disease states, there may be an imbalance of three major transmitter systems, which results in apparent behavior. Back to the car example, all right? So remember when they was talking about first gear for Delta. Theta would be considered second gear, not as slow as first gear, but still not very fast, all right? Cool. So here goes Theta. Um, all right. So Alpha. Alpha waves are those between 8 and 12 hertz, okay? Alpha waves will peak around 10 hertz. Good, healthy alpha production promotes mental resourcefulness, aids in the ability to mentally coordinate, enhances overall sense of relaxation and fatigue. In this state, you can move quickly and efficiently to accomplish whatever task is at hand. When alpha predominates, most people feel at ease and calm. Alpha appears to bridge the conscious to the subconscious. It is the major rhythm seen in normal, relaxed adults. It is present during most of life, especially beyond the 13th year, when it dominates the resting, tracing. Um, Alpha rhythms are reported to be derived from the white matter of the brain. All right. So they're also saying that the white matter can be considered the part of the brain that connects all parts with each other. All right. So a lot of this stuff is going to be very important as we continue to go forward. So, you know, drink your water, take your notes, and do your own research. And, we're going to keep going. So, so they are strongest. Wait, hold on. So alpha is a common state for the brain and occurs whenever a person is alert. It is a marker for alertness and sleep, but not actively processing information. They are strongest over the occipital, back of the head cortex, and also over the frontal cortex. Alpha has been linked to extroversion. Introverts show less. All right. Creatively, creative subjects show alpha when listening and coming to a solution for creative problems and mental work. When your alpha is within normal ranges, we tend to also experience good moods, see the world truthfully, and have a sense of calmness. Alpha is one of the brain's most important frequencies to learn and use information taught in classroom and on the job. You can increase alpha by closing your eyes or deep breathing, or decrease alpha by thinking or calculating. Alpha theta training can create an increase in sensation, abstract thinking, and self control. In our car scenario, alpha would represent neutral or idle. Alpha allows us to shift easily from one task to another. So that's interesting to know. All right. So imagine, right? Wait, we got one more beta and then gamma. Okay, I'm gonna keep going and then we're gonna well nah, let me do it. So imagine, right, that these things are referencing in COVID, they're referencing these brain waves. Okay. So you hear the positive sides of these brain waves, okay? But like it said in alpha, um, alpha would represent neutral or idle and allows us to shift easily from one task to another. But what is the polar opposite of those attributes? Okay, let's see. I thought they may have something on here. We're going to look into it, but I can only imagine. And I think that's what COVID is bringing. That's the type of effect that those variants will bring, um, with COVID or whatnot. So, uh, beta. Beta is above 12 hertz. Beta activity is fast activity. It has a frequency of 14 and greater hertz. It reflects desynchronized active brain tissue. It is usually seen on both sides in symmetrical distribution and is most evident frontally. It may be absent or reduced in areas of cortical damage. It is generally regarded as a normal rhythm and is the dominant rhythm in those who are alert or anxious or who have their eyes open. It is the state that most of the brain is in when we have our eyes open and are listening and thinking, doing analytical problem solving, judgment, decision making, processing information about the world around us. Beta will represent overdrive or hyperdrive. In our car scenario, the beta band has a relatively large range and has been divided into low, mid range, and high. So I would say beta is almost like when you have a car and you have normal, sport, and damn, what's the other one on the left? I'm thinking about my car and I'm just like, damn, what's the other one? Normal, sport, and shit, I forgot. But regardless, that's how I'm thinking about it too. Just like if you got a car and it got different ranges, you know. So, and so there are different ways that you can train yourself to really tap into these frequencies and these brainwave frequencies and develop the pathways within our minds, within our brains that will help us strengthen the brainwave frequencies so we can tap in and out how we need to, so we can shift how we need to, and heal how we need to as well. Because I think that plays a major part with these frequencies too, healing. All right, so the last one is gamma, which is above 30 hertz. So subjective feeling states would include um, thinking, integrated thoughts, associated task and behaviors, or high level information processing, binding. It's associated with information rich task processing. Gamma is measured between 30 and 44 hertz and is the only frequency group found in every part of the brain. Gamma. When the brain needs to simultaneously process information from different areas, it's hypothesized that the 40 hertz actively consolidates the required areas for simultaneous processing. A good memory is associated with well regulated and efficient 40 hertz activity, whereas a 40 hertz deficiency creates learning disabilities. And a lot of these frequencies create uh, different disabilities depending on what it really affects. Like I said, what's the polar opposite? And that's what the variants of COVID will produce in the people that are affected. And I'm telling you right now, too, as well, that because it's dealing with brain waves, that COVID may not just be a, of course, they're not, all the information of everything that's going on is not out there, right? There's an agenda, okay? But the main thing that we need to know is that COVID is health related, but it's mental health related, right? And we know it is because they're putting it out there with the Greek alphabet letters. And the first one is dealing with brainwave frequencies, right? Okay? And it's no coincidence. All right. Somebody will just say, that's just the Greek letters. I'm a delta. They gammas, they iotas, they betas, they etas, they lambdas, they kappas. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, no, we're going to take it further than that because people need to understand this so that they can know how to protect themselves, so they can see things differently, so you don't have to be caught up in what someone's telling you. You can already know for yourself. It's not about what someone's telling you anymore. I'm not telling you anything, honestly. I'm guiding you and inspiring you to go further in your own research or to take this information and say, you know what? Dang, I never thought about it like that. Let me see how I can protect myself or what can I focus on to make this better. And, you have to be discerning. You have to pray. You have to meditate. And meditation is probably going to be the best thing for you to do to stay focused and for your mind to be exactly where it needs to be. All right, at all times. And it's a practice. All of it is a practice, especially once you start tapping in spiritually. So, like I said, I just wanted to bring this on here. I'm glad that I was able to come on here because, like I said, I had a long day, had a great, powerful day. I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful for this Lion Gates portal, this 8-8 energy. Man, it's been popping up everywhere. 234 been popping up everywhere. Um, man, I'm always seeing stuff. So, but more than anything, I hope that this information was empowering for you. I hope it was enlightening for you. I hope it was inspiring for you. And if you want to take it further, you can. The information that I just read, because honestly, I haven't had enough time to regurgitate it to where I can put my own thing on it. But by next Sunday, please believe we gonna be straight. So the website that I got all of this information from, and I'm gonna put the link below as well, is nhahealth.com. Um, they have like it's about neural health. So like I said, I'll put the link in the description just so you can read it for yourself. There are a lot of other websites and books available. Um, I have some brain books. So like I said, this being in reference to COVID, is very imperative for us to know. But some books that I have dealing with the brain are like Connect to Me, how the brain's wiring makes us who we are, and also consciousness in the brain, deciphering how the brain codes our thoughts. All right. So if y'all want to tap in, y'all can. Um, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, especially if you're seeing this after the fact, because this is a timeless video. And I'm going to go ahead and tap out. I appreciate y'all. And let me make sure anything else I got to say. Uh, nah, just be aware of your thoughts and just know that every thought that you have is not yours. You also have to be careful who you're laying next to. You have to be careful of the people that you are around. Um, Even when you're leaving your TV on, anything that you are subject to, especially if your energy is open um, and you're sensitive. If you're very sensitive, you're going to be subject to a lot of things. So you have to find ways to set boundaries for yourself so that you can easily shift through energy, shift through vibrations and frequencies to get where you need to go. Because you can immediately be standing next to a person, right? You can be standing next to a person or be around them for, a day. You know what I'm saying? You might just go out, be around somebody, and next thing you know, or you just interacting with a new person. And next thing you know, you having all these different thoughts, you having all this different stuff coming up. And you're like, bro, what is going on? It's not me. I swear it's not me. I was just good. And It's basically you taking on somebody else's burdens in their mind. All right. So that's why I'm saying that this information is imperative, because you need to know the difference so that you can hear yourself. So, because that's really what the COVID variants are about. All right. Having that mental clarity for you to still be able to vibrate higher with the earth. All right. Because we're going into other dimensions. Okay. You can, like, we're going. All right. And mentally, you have to be in that space. So, with that being said, I'm out. Um, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm out. Now we just got to end this video.